Listen here, girl. I know you think it's a game, but it is absolutely not. Okay, this is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl, and that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it. Okay, and I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here. Okay, you put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey. Okay, your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin popping, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISO tea down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Ooh, girl, it feel like it's been a minute. What's going on? Hi, everybody. It's your girl BondyBlue. I'm back for another review, girl. Hold up. Hello? Oh, all right. It's acting, like I just had to make sure. Hold up. Only the ladies. Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. Oh, my God. Once again, it's so good to see you. Hi. I'm in my new Peja and Amari, girl. Okay. I'm in my new Peja and Amari piece. Okay. Link in the description box. Okay. All right. Drinking my energy supplement and my fat burner, because I've been doing the most. And my Reset by Design Wellness, because we're trying to go to Thailand, girl. We're trying to go to Thailand, and I can't go to Thailand if y'all don't sign up. So I need y'all to sign up for the Thailand trip. Okay. I need y'all to go to resetbydesignwellness.com. Okay. Well, I got this beautiful, okay, insulated water bottle, girl. Because, when you go on a Reset by Design wellness trip, it comes with goodies. Okay. It comes with a backpack, girl. Okay. Listen, full of stuff. All right. We may not get a backpack this time, but last time we got cute backpacks, girl. And I use this water bottle. It is a retreat. We're going to Phuket, Thailand on a retreat. Use my code BONDY5 to receive 5% off. Okay. Come on down. Oh my God. Thank you, Tyseer, for the super chat. Love the hair. Thank you. Oh my God. Okay. Y'all know I'm locking my hair. My hair is locked, but it still require you to do shit to it. And I'm just not in that space all the time. So we go back into protective styling. Okay. We pop out and then we go back into protective styling, girl. It's okay. Hey, Bondy, you look beautiful as always. Thank you. Wait a minute. Hold up. Did it? No. Thank you. That's what I wanted to do. Thank you. Thank you, Angela, for the super chat. I appreciate y'all so much. Listen, we are here for Married to Medicine, girl. We are here for Married to Medicine. We are here to talk about all the mess that went down with Married to Medicine. I have also saved some links on Instagram because everybody wanted to do an interview, and no, I did not watch them, girl. It is my anniversary week. I have been living my life. Okay. I had a jamming session hosting gig yesterday, girl. I had shit to do. Okay. So I couldn't come to y'all the way I wanted to, but we're here now and we're going to discuss. Okay. And I can't be here too long because I got a meeting in an hour and a half. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So listen, the looks. We've already discussed the looks, but I will reiterate. Quad look a fool. Heavenly looks beautiful. Phaedra looks beautiful. Jackie looks beautiful. Skinny. Malnourished. Beautiful. Simone, I hate your dress, but your makeup and hair was gorgeous. Toya, I don't like any of it. I'm sorry. Like, I don't like any of it. I know you're supposed to look like a tulip. I don't like any of it. I'm sorry. I don't like the shoes. Um, it's all too harsh. It all looks harsh. Like, it just looks harsh. The dress, the lines of the dress, the shoes, everything just kind of looks harsh. Um, Girl, sweet tea, why are you leaning in like this is a high school photo? Do you not notice that everybody else is leaning back into a pose and just standing close to one another because they are the main character here? Girl, you leaning in and shit like this is a high school photo? No, I don't like your dress neither. It is giving church marm. It's giving something that the aunties put together for the young woman that the old pastor is marrying. Okay, that's what it's giving because they want her to feel like she beautiful, but they don't want her to be showing too much of nothing. They don't want her showing too much of nothing, okay? Because she's about to be first lady of the church, okay? All she need is a goddamn hat. Alicia looks beautiful. That color on her skin tone is so gorgeous. I wish I liked her more because she's one of my favorite looks. I am, however, looking at her trail now, like at the bottom, like I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what's going on with the bottom, but I do love the lace. I do love the color. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for that portion of it. The rest of it, I don't know. I don't know. So Phaedra came in to Married to Medicine with no man. We got to start there. Hold up. We got to start there. Okay. Phaedra came into Married to Medicine with no man. She was supposed to be friends with Quad, and then she threw Quad down to the wayside on the floor. Girl, don't nobody care about you. You the Titanic. I can't go down with you. Simone and Toya, can we talk about how much y'all enjoy whenever somebody is shading or holding Quad accountable for something? Because to be clear, my issue with Quad has always been that she could never like just apologize for the shit that she does. She always has to bring up what you did to her first, and that's obnoxious. And it feels as if you're never really fully taking accountability. We also know that Quad can hold a grudge, girl. Quad will tell you it's cool and then not call you and not talk to you for years, okay? And then only show up on the show because she here to collect the check, and nobody wants to feel like we're not real friends. But Simone, let me get in your ass for a second, Simone. You have always sunned Quad. You've always felt as if Quad was beneath you. And as long as she saw you as somebody she looked up to as her OBGYN, as an older woman in this group, as long as she was in some way on your good side, you could pretend to like her. But as soon as Quad decided to give y'all her ass to kiss after years of y'all sunning her and pretending to be her friend, because I do feel like on some level, y'all was never really friends with Quad, and y'all never really had respect for her because y'all viewed her as a little girl. But because of the situation with Mariah, it felt advantageous at the time to befriend Quad because she was going through it with Mariah, and y'all didn't see it for Mariah anyway because she's an over glamorized doctor's wife who hasn't earned anything as far as Jackie and Simone were probably considered. Like I can pretty much guess they had no respect for Mariah because they just viewed her as just some, over the top ghetto girl that just so happened to put her good coochie on some little Indian doctor with a small wee wee that didn't know his ass from Shinola. Okay, that's what it's giving. It's giving y'all feel like she ain't have to do nothing but pop that pussy to get in this situation. So y'all don't really respect her, and y'all don't really respect the wives in general. The only reason y'all have grown to have this appreciation for Toya is because you were put in a situation where you didn't really have a choice. It was either get along with the bitch or make the show ashy and dry by continuing to dislike her simply because she's a wife and not also a doctor the way the rest of y'all are. And let's not forget how y'all gave Heavenly a hard time because for, Dr. Jackie, dentists aren't doctors. Okay, you're not going to ask the dentist for help if somebody asks for a doctor in the room. That's what Dr. Jackie felt like. Okay. So at the end of the day, if we really went back and really looked at it, ever since Quad decided to divorce Dr. G, y'all have been letting it be known that y'all don't really see it for her, in my opinion, in several different ways. And then you still expect for Quad to come kissing y'all ass. And trust me, this is not my last time getting in somebody's ass on behalf of Quad, even though that's not what I thought I was coming here to do. Okay, please don't get me wrong. I recognize the fact because y'all don't understand that two things can be going on at the same time. I understand Quad has not taken accountability much in her relationship with these women. I absolutely do. But I also feel like it is because Quad knows how they feel about her, regardless to what they present to the world. Okay, that's what it feels like to me. All right. And that just kind of showed through with the way Phaedra treated her. You come into the group being friends with Quad, and as soon as it's advantageous for you to let her sink off into the goddamn ocean with an iceberg because the rest of the girls don't like her, that's exactly what you will do. And it does kind of create this vibe of we're better than you. You know what I'm saying? So I do understand where Quad is coming from. Now, when we move on to Phaedra and if Phaedra was fucking with Dr. G or not, Phaedra said black folks don't like to understand that just because you dating somebody, it does not mean you having sex with them. And I definitely agree with that. Okay. I agree that y'all always think somebody hunching or somebody should be hunching. And it's actually very childish and annoying, but that's what y'all do because that's just how y'all is. Shout out to Jamie. That's me. Okay. But I do believe that Phaedra's a liar because we've seen Phaedra go through great depths to lie to us about any and everything, regardless to whether it is pertinent or not. It was completely like stupid for Phaedra to come into Real Housewives of Atlanta lying about when she got pregnant in her situation with her husband, when eventually, girl, you was going to have that baby and we was going to be able to count backwards. Okay. And Apollo was going to show himself to be who exactly, who he is at some point. So there was no reason in lying then. You know what I'm saying? And you wanted to pretend like you was an old, church lady. I don't do that. Meanwhile, you knew what all of the, little people and big dicks were. So yeah, Phaedra, like it's been given you like the fake in front just for the fun of it. So yeah, I'm more inclined to believe Dr. G that y'all did have a little thing going on. Y'all may not have had sex, but when Sweet Tea said Dr. G said y'all kissed and you said y'all didn't, I don't believe you. When it comes to the $4,000, I love the way Quad explained. Listen, this is how I see the $4,000. You ask for $4,000 a month, and in 3 months you got $12,000. Now you can get your $10,000 purse and you can get you some shoes, girl. And when she said that, I said that's exactly what we talking about. Don't sit up there and act like you probably did not ask that nigga for money. But here's the thing. Phaedra is the type of woman to let you know off rip. If you trying to be my man, if you trying to get into these sweet cookies, I'm going to let you know I need my allowance. This is how much I would like. Okay. And if you can't do that, then we don't need to mess around. We don't need to do anything more. We can just remain friends. But if you're going to be my man, if you're going to be getting this coochie, I'm going to need, my per diem. I'm going to need it. And to be honest, I don't have a problem with that. I don't know why everybody has suddenly forgotten that marriage and all of these things have always been transactional. Like it's always been some coochie in exchange for providing in some way. It's always been that. It's always been that. Like, I don't know why all of a sudden in what 1980 to now, everybody wants to act like most romantic relationships between men and women are not transactional. They are. They've always been. Women have always been seen as something that can be sold. So I don't know. I don't know why everybody gets in their feelings about it these days. But if we're gonna be fucking grown about it, I can understand exactly why that would be Phaedra's ask. And then whenever he shows up to be a rich man who's stingy, he's going to say no to that ask. And that's when you know he ain't the nigga for you. See, a part of the problem with a lot of men with money is they only want to have it so that they can be a man with money, not so that they can actually be generous and use that money to, shower people. Because a lot of people with money like to buy people shit. They do, because it's a part of the fun thing about having money is that you can just spend money on this one and spend money on that one. And that's kind of a cool thing to be able to do. Like, listen, around my way, being able to spend money, being able to, throw a bitch this money, like that would make a lot of niggas, you're like, you that nigga if you got money. Like, that's just how it is. And when you have money, you're not stingy with it, right? Like, you're not just giving it out free willy. You're not gonna, fuck around and, too legit to quit MC Hammer the situation. You're not gonna do that. But essentially, if you're gonna fuck with a woman, of course, you're gonna throw her however much money she's asking you for because you want to fuck with the woman and you the nigga that can afford it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole thing. But men like Dr. G, also have this hang up of I don't want to be used for my money, but you also want to be able to use a woman for what women are traditionally used for, which is sex and labor. Sex and labor. So it's very weird to me that y'all don't see that that's the exchange. That's the exchange. So if she asks for the money and you don't want to give the money, that's because you're a stingy nigga that don't want to have to give that level. You don't want to have to give at that level. And that's fine. But y'all can't tell me he not a stingy nigga. Because he is. Because he got it and he complaining about having to give it. Even to Quad. If Quad would have used Phaedra's same blueprint, she would have figured out how stingy that nigga was and how she shouldn't have been with him. And when I say stingy, it's not about not giving to the woman. It's about constantly holding it over the woman's head that you do for her, that you do have this money. Like, look at the way Dr. G did Quad. Every time you turn around, he's talking about how he paid for this, how he did that. The whole relationship we saw, Quad was always working and trying to get a business, trying to make sure that she was securing her own money. And he still will tell everybody that he had been paying for everything since they got together, as if that was not something he used to get her in the first place. That's why Phaedra's way is smart. It's very smart because it removes the niggas that are pretending to be that guy versus the niggas that actually are that guy. Greg pretends to be that guy. He's not really that guy, but he's going to pretend in front of all these little young girls. He's going to make, the strip club and all that. He's going to throw money and make you think that he's going to spend on you so he can get you locked in. And then when you come into the situation, he's going to beat it over your fucking head that he's doing for you. And then he's going to sabotage you trying to have your own business because he wants to put you in the corner. Y'all don't really get it, but these niggas want to be able to take from you, so you will have to do what they want you to do. That's just what it is. So was Apollo that guy then? No, y'all are forgetting that Apollo came much earlier in Phaedra's life. We are at different times in our life at this point, right? So you got to understand, Apollo is your first set of loves, right? Your first set of loves is about looks. It's about dick. It's about hormones. It's about emotion. It's not really about money like that, especially if you somebody that has been bred with money and you know how to get money. So being with a man with money isn't exactly as important at the beginning. But see, once you have children and now you secured your own home, you've been through a divorce with a nigga that wasn't real when it came to his money. Now that we're in this stage of life, we're not playing any games. We have the things that we know we need to do in order to remove niggas out of the space that should not be in the space. Okay? We at different points in our life. Okay? At different points in your life, you make different decisions. Okay? I'm just letting y'all know this is what it is. And exactly, Apollo is attractive and Apollo looked like, toxicity and good sex. Of course, she was going to help him do whatever he needed to do until she couldn't do it no more, until it put her into a bad situation. That's why I'm wondering why the fuck she bringing this nigga on the show. It's because she's so desperate to have a place on reality TV at this point. It doesn't matter how successful Phaedra is all on her own. She wants so badly to be validated by reality TV ever since her bad actions that she did not want to take accountability for got her ass kicked off of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So getting back on a Bravo show is supposed to be the amen. But I feel like she really overplayed her hand in so many situations because she would continue to come on reality shows with no real purpose and just be on a reality show. Now she's great on Traders. Those types of shows I think Phaedra would be great on. But in an ensemble cast, when you have to share your life and be vulnerable, I don't know if I feel like that's something that Phaedra is good at this point. I don't feel like she's good at being vulnerable. I don't feel like she's good at showing you her real life. And that's what we want from a main cast member on a reality show, not just somebody that's going to get up there and give us a couple of one-liners that they've practiced in a mirror before they came and sat down in front of the confessional camera. So I just kind of feel like Phaedra overplayed her hand, because if she would have really like chilled on it, if she wouldn't have been so thirsty for it, she would have been able to get back on Real Housewives of Atlanta this season. But no, you wanted to rush it, and you wanted to pretend like you know, and I'm sure she was really dating a doctor, but you know that was some bullshit. She's been like doing this serial monogamy thing or dating all of these dudes for years now. Okay. Like you don't know who she's dating and who she's not dating, who's fake, who's real. So her coming on the show with a nigga was never going to be anything substantial. Like it wasn't going to be a real relationship like that. It was always just a way to get her on reality TV again. And she was too thirsty for it. Because if she would have just chilled, she would have been able to get right back on Real Housewives of Atlanta, where I feel like she would fit in a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? But Married to Medicine, you know, I don't think that's the best fit for her. But now it almost feels like she's stuck over there. Janaea Jennings, thank you so much for the super chat, boo. The plan backfired. They were so hell-bent on making Quiet look bad that they ended up looking worse. Oh, I can't wait to get, and we're gonna get into it, girl. But y'all know I got a lot to say because I ain't been on here in a minute. Thank you, Talia, for the super chat, my love. Hi, Bondi. You look cute, hun. Phaedra's way saves her precious joy. Phaedra's way saves her precious joy, time, and sanity. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, I may not like the bitch, but she's smart. You know what I'm saying? She's very smart, very, 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 very intelligent in a number of ways. And I definitely feel like asking Dr. G for money was the way to like push him out of her space. Okay? Like it was the best way to do that. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Okay. So Phaedra doesn't like that Quad talked about her to Heavenly. So basically what happened is once Phaedra saw that Quad wasn't going to take any accountability in that ratchet ass funeral scene that they had, she called Quad. She told Quad that was some nigga shit. She didn't like that. She didn't like that she didn't take any accountability. And she ain't really trying to fool with her like that if that's how she gonna roll on this show. That's the conversation that she had with Quad. Quad then calls Heavenly, starts telling Heavenly all of this stuff, basically triggering Heavenly because Heavenly already felt like Phaedra not about to come on this show and not work for her check like we didn't seen her do before. She gonna have to work for her check. So and here's the thing, if you don't come on the show working for your check, it almost gives the energy that you think you better than us. You think you can just come on this show and skate and not have to get your hands dirty like the rest of us do. You think you better than us, bitch. So when Quad calls Heavenly and tells Heavenly that Phaedra said the funeral scene and what they doing over there Married to Medicine was some nigga shit, that sent Heavenly on the tirade, which is what Quad wanted, right? So y'all can both sit there and talk shit about Phaedra and you can get your vengeance on Phaedra for trying to kick you out. This might cause issue with her in the group. Oh, bitch, you want shit on me? Now I'm about to cause some discourse between you and these bitches since you want to say fuck me on behalf of them. Okay, I totally understand Quad's messy ass, but that was some messy shit to do either way. And I wish Dr. Heavenly will realize at some point that her over emotion is weaponized against her because it's something people do to me all the time. If they know you're passionate and honest in your feelings and you're going to say how you feel, for some reason, people will sometimes feed off of your energy. Like they want you to have these outlandish responses. They use it to their advantage. So a lot of the times it would do you better to stop overreacting and shit when people trying to trigger you for whatever their selfish reasons are. But anyway, Toya lets them know that she doesn't have to lower her standards for Eugene. I appreciated this moment because I said the same thing. Dr. Simone telling Toya that she needs to not be so judgy, and all of it. Girl, listen, me and Eugene have been together a long time and we've been figuring it the fuck out. I don't need to pretend and lie and do all of this pump faking in my relationship. Y'all have to do that in y'all relationships. I don't have to do that in mine. If I don't like it, I don't like it. I'm not going to pretend to like it to make Eugene feel better. We don't have to do that. I appreciate Toya for that. If there's nothing I appreciate Toya for, it is the way she is honest to a fault. Okay, with her feelings and how she sees things. Andy asked, at what point did Toya's, I grew up in the projects looking ass gain such fancy taste? I felt like that was shade, but we're going to go ahead and let him have it. And she talks about how back in the day, she wore Pro Wings, Payless shoes and got teased. So she began to raise her expectations. They get into her providing the wine and not wanting to pay for the party. At the end of the day, Toya, you're being cheap. You're being tacky, Toya, as you've been coined in the past. Give the fucking $1,000 and give the wine. But please don't think you about to get a 2-for-1 on this. And I think you and Eugene might still be having money problems because Eugene was so eager to help you get this situation going as far as putting your little step and repeat up. Here's what I found out during this reunion show about that situation. So Toya is given a certain amount of bottles of wine, and she's supposed to, create events in order to promote and sell said wine. So in this situation, you did not have to spend your own money on a party. All you had to do was gift the wine to the people on the show. That's all you had to do. Gift the wine to the people on the show. And it would be, put on blast for the company. The company will feel good about it. You don't have to come out of pocket on an event to promote it yourself. And so I feel like, Toya, you was being tacky. You was trying to get over. And it makes me think you and Eugene are still having money problems regardless of how y'all feel. That's just how it makes me feel. Because, like, why were you so eager to make sure? Hey, Erica. Why were y'all, you know what I'm saying? Why were you so eager to not have to pay and to also make sure that your wine was on front and center at this event? I just felt like you was trying to get over hand over fist, and you're doing too much. That's what a tacky part comes in. Okay. Yes, moving on. Dr. Jackie saying Black women cry wolf. She says, to see those words tear down everything she did to promote the well-being of Black women was very hard. And Phaedra says, I know what it's like to feel criticized harshly because it only takes 30 seconds on social media to throw slugs, but it takes years for Jackie to become the doctor she is. So one shouldn't be judged off of one instance. It comes back to Heavenly's channel. And listen, girl, this scene pissed me off so bad, y'all. And it pissed me off because Dr. Jackie said something that literally makes all of her attempts null and void because you're a liar, Dr. Jackie. And that's what we want you to deal with. We want you to deal with the fact that you are up here promoting saving Black women's lives and believing them, and doctors needing to listen to Black women patients because they have the highest, infant mortality rate. They have the highest mortality rate, as mothers. It is so problematic for you then to get on the internet and use your voice to say that women overreact, that they cry wolf. That's what you said. So instead of explaining why you said that, why you felt that way, if in fact you are a proponent for fighting against Black women's mortality rates being so high in our, healthcare system, if that's something you cared about so fucking much, why does your rhetoric and your ideology oppose it? Can you explain that to me? That's what I wanted to hear from you. I didn't want to hear about how Phaedra understands what it's like for everybody to turn their back on her after she sabotaged and lied on fucking Candy because Candy didn't want to stop being friends with Apollo, the same nigga she gonna let come up on this stage and take some of her airtime. Because Candy did not want to make the lines very solid between she and Apollo when the whole divorce thing happened. When, it was time to discuss whether she was going to take them kids to the prison or not. And Candy was giving her opinion on it because she got family members in jail and all of this shit. I don't agree with Candy, but at the end of the day, Phaedra took it far as fuck, all the way down to the state office trying to make sure that Candy's business didn't receive their liquor license. She did a lot of shit to sabotage and fuck over Candy over Apollo. Okay? So don't use your situation of lying about her attempting to assault Portia, girl. Please don't use that as a reason for why we should feel sorry for Dr. Jackie. Because that's basically what you're saying. I fucked up too. I've been malicious and fucked up too. And because of that, I feel sorry for Jackie. I feel sorry for you when you do something fucked up and people actually hold you accountable for it and don't see it for you after the fact. You did something egregious, Phaedra. Dr. Jackie, you did and said something egregious. And instead of taking accountability for what you did, Phaedra, for what you said, Dr. Jackie, you decide to make the public the villain and victimize yourself because the public had the audacity to feel a way about your egregious bullshit. First the fuck off, Phaedra, it wasn't one instance. It wasn't one instance. Dr. Jackie has been calling people obese. Dr. Jackie has been very cold and crude to people when talking to them about their bodies. People came out who were patients of Dr. Jackie's and said that they did not receive the best care from her. People have said that Dr. Jackie really only provides the best care to the people who can pay her cash. None of that feels like I care about Black women. All of that feels like I am trying to rise to a certain level of power by using Black women's struggles, which I'm aiding in by telling them they cry wolf. And that's why we don't believe them. Because for God's sakes, God forbid a pregnant woman not want to go to fucking work. Why are we not talking about why, my God, why are we not talking about what you actually said and why you feel it's your job to make sure the pregnant women of America are taking their asses to work instead of getting doctor's notes to go home? Why aren't we talking about that? That's what I want to talk about, Dr. Jackie. As soon as they brought it up, everybody starts with their fucking fake crying and putting their hands over her shoulders and shit. And nobody wants to talk about what she actually said. And then you hoes. And that's right. I'm calling y'all bitches hoes. Because y'all made me mad. You old hoes had the audacity to flip this and say, y'all thought that Quad did it. How the fuck you gonna blame it on Quad when it was on Heavenly's YouTube channel? It's on Heavenly's YouTube channel. Heavenly could have taken it down, but once it's up there and somebody decides to go and rewatch some shit like, oh no, bitch, how the fuck you out here advocating for Black women and them not being ignored and killed by their doctors, and then you saying shit like, we ignore you because y'all be lying. Anybody that went back and watched that video could have reposted that shit and been like, bitch, what the fuck is going on here? It just so happened that my tweet about it is the one that went viral, but you know, they took my Twitter page. So they ain't really helped me none. You can't really follow my ass since they took my Twitter page, but I have a new one, Blue Rose Bondy. Follow it. Okay. But yes, back to Dr. Jackie, bitch. How dare y'all try to flip this and blame Quad just because she's the odd woman out? Y'all was just gonna make her the fall guy for everything this season, huh? Get the fuck out of here with this shit. And then Quad, why haven't you learned yet that Dr. Jackie don't give a fuck about you? Why haven't you learned that she looked down on you? The reunion is over. Quad walks over to Dr. Jackie, and Dr. Jackie is stone-faced telling her, girl, I don't know you. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you're going through because we don't talk like that. Dr. Jackie, when the fuck have you ever been the person to reach out to anybody? Dr. Jackie, you just want people to kiss your ass. That's all you want. On that bony ass of yours. And Quad doesn't want to kiss y'all ass. Quad get tired of kissing y'all ass because it's been 10 fucking years and y'all still treating Quad like she's some 20-something-year-old that y'all can son. Everybody's grown. Everybody's grown. Even Grandma Sweet Tea over here is fucking grown. And Jackie and Simone and now Heavenly, Because honestly, I feel like Heavenly wasn't even like this at first, but Heavenly has this very weird relationship with Dr. Jackie based off that same shit I told y'all about. Whatever the dynamic was between Heavenly, her mama, and her sister, that is the repeated dynamic between Jackie, her, and Simone. And Jackie just gets to skate. She gets to sit there looking bony and decrepit and receive all of this praise because she went to school. Girl, we're glad you went to school, but does that change the fact that your bedside manner needs improvement? You thought you was really going to be able to come on this goddamn reunion show and only show vulnerability about how people responded to you and not what you actually said? Where's the vulnerability to the women who actually have been in your care that feel that way? Because there were a number of women that were coming out. And I'm saying, I saw women online saying they had a bad experience with Dr. Jackie in her office. And I had women coming to me privately telling me that shit. It's not just one instance. Going to school don't mean a goddamn thing sometimes. Yes, we need for you to have all of your technicalities in order and all of your licenses up to date. We do. But we also need for you to have compassion. And I almost feel like the fact that you don't want to deal with whatever your shit is, that's the reason why you don't have compassion. Because you do lack compassion. You do. And we've seen you lack compassion over the years, but people just kind of skated over it because Dr. Jackie is, so well decorated. Fuck out of here. I told y'all when she brought the vice president on here, I said, that is not the flex you think that it is. And that's no disrespect to Kamala Harris, VP Kamala Harris, but the shit is a joke at this point. The shit is a joke. The presidency, the vice presidency, the shit y'all say, how y'all don't really do shit. Oh, y'all are AKAs together. And then when they asked, what did Kamala Harris say to Jackie? She said, be the change that you want to see. That means stop treating your patients like shit if you really want to affect the mortality rate amongst Black women in the health industry. If you're really trying to help, be better, bitch. That's what Kamala was telling you. I got that if nobody missed it. All right. And Heavenly, you told Quad not to call Jackie. I think you might have been the one to put that battery in her back because you didn't want to be blamed. We was wondering how that worked out between you and Dr. Jackie, because to me, I feel like Jackie would have came to you and wanted you to take that fucking video down, but you never took the video down. So I'm wondering, was your way of getting over or getting past the situation with Dr. Jackie being that the video was on your YouTube page? Now you are no longer going to be doing your YouTube reviews about Married to Medicine to everybody. I heard her say she's taking it to Patreon. Yeah, okay. It makes me feel like your agreement in order to continue to be Dr. Jackie's lapdog is for for you to be cool with everybody on the show so you can keep your check. The duality of those things is for you to only do your reviews behind a paywall, and then for you to blame Quad for it. I think you told Quad not to call Jackie because you did not want Quad to dispel what you had already told Jackie she had done. I think you told her that. Or either you told her that, or you mentioned it, or you let it fly, or you put some credence to it. Whatever the fuck, I feel like you let Jackie believe that Quad did that shit so that you would be able to smooth things over with Jackie. And I think Jackie, being in a moment in her life where she felt like she didn't have nobody, was happy to hold on to you because her and Simone don't have the same relationship anymore. Simone is not her little lapdog anymore. So now she got to keep somebody, because people like Dr. Jackie need energy to thrive off of. They need a minion. They need somebody that's going to speak for them. They need somebody that's going to do the dirty work so that they can remain crystal clean. And Heavenly is the perfect person for that. Okay, because she don't give a fuck about cursing y'all out and saying any old thing. And if she feels like a person is deserving of her love and dedication and loyalty, she will give it to you until she can't give it to you no more. And we seen that with her relationship with Dr. G. And I thought it was so funny how she was trying to get on Sweet Tea for believing whatever Dr. G said. I'm sorry, Dr. Damon. But because I said Dr. G and I meant Dr. Damon. Girl, you told us the reason why you was getting off the internet with your reviews is because of Dr. Damon, but I don't believe that. I think you did it so you can maintain your friendship with the women on the show and with Jackie. But girl, how you gonna be mad at Sweet Tea for believing Dr. G when ain't that what you swear by? Believe your man above all. My man, my man, my man. My man is the God in my household. Like, that's the shit that you promote, even though we know you don't really believe it, but that's what you promote. So I just was like, girl, listen, don't go too hard on Sweet Tea because she's being exactly what y'all tell these women to be, stupid over a nigga. That's what you tell them. Heavenly. That's what you promote. Why are we getting upset that Sweet Tea is doing exactly what you old hoes tell the young women to do, which is be a crackhead behind some nigga. Put all your sense to the wayside over some dick. Anyway, Quad said she was going through her own thing as well, and Dr. Simone screaming to the top of her lungs brings up the fact that I was there for Quad when her niece died at her home. I invited this girl to my home, and I have never been to her house. And Auntie, if she lies, I'm gonna talk. Like, bitch. Simone, I understand where you coming from when you talk about Quad only coming around y'all for the show's sake. But I feel like it's no different than you pretending to be a real friend to Quad so that you can look good on the show. I feel like it's really no different. Like, you don't really you don't really care for the person, right? You don't really care for the person. I think at one point, Quad absolutely cared about Dr. Simone. But I think Dr. Simone showed that her allegiance and her alliance was to Dr. G. So at this point, Quad is really like, fuck all y'all, because it's obvious to me y'all don't really fuck with me like that. Y'all was only fucking with me like that because I was on this show. And now I'm treating y'all exactly the way I feel like y'all truly feel about me. And now everybody wants to get mad about it. Simone, ma'am, I don't know why you had to mention what happened with her niece, but it almost felt like you wanted to hurt her. It did. It did feel like you wanted to hurt her because she was like, Simone, don't bring it up, Simone, And this is one of those situations. I'm going to give Quad this because that's some terrible shit to have a baby die at your house in your pool. Like, it's some terrible shit, y'all. So I'm going to give Quad that we didn't necessarily have to bring that up. You could have said she had a death in the family and I was there for her. You could have just said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have said anything, but the fact that lady was like, Simone, please don't. And you still to the top of your fucking lungs screaming about that lady's dead baby niece just so you could prove a point that you was there for somebody. Do you not realize that your lack of empathy for her in that moment showed to us that you don't really give a fuck about Quad? So don't act like you inviting her to your house meant that you cared about her, because if you really cared about her, then in this moment right now, when she is looking at you like, please don't bring that up, and you bring it up anyway to prove your point, girl, it's moot. It's moot. It don't mean shit now. Anything that you did for her, it don't mean shit now. And because Quad is still vying for these women's validation so she can stay on this show, she is then going to turn around, collect her tears, Phaedra fanning her, because that's what Phaedra knows to do, girl. She's a funeral woman. She knows how to soothe people going through grief and stress. That's her job, okay? That's what she's here to do. Quad then turns around and says that you were there for me, Simone. I do appreciate you for being there for me, Simone. But see, Simone, you see when she then turns around and still don't invite you to her fucking house because she felt like in this moment she was asking for the empathy that you say you have for her, and you still gave her your ass to kiss in that moment. Understand that when she's not talking to you off camera, that's why. Understand that, because Simone, I think, does a lot of pump faking. pretends to be nice to people, but talk shit about them behind their back. And then when she can't talk shit about them behind their back anymore, she gets loud and overtalks everybody and screams and shit. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. They doing too damn much. And I'm over it. Okay. So after they finish with all of that, that's when, Jackie says that, we weren't in a good place and we aren't connected enough for me to know that you wouldn't put that video out. And I'm just like, the fact that Quad is crying, I would never do that to you. Oh, fuck Jackie. Fuck Jackie. Jackie said it. Bitch, stop being more worried about how the video got out and be more worried about why you said it. Ugh. Y'all, they work on my nerves. They do. Okay, hold up. So Dr. Heavenly was on the internet. Okay, I don't think it was Patreon, bitch. I think she about to go Patreon. But she ain't went Patreon yet, girl. How you gonna come to us at the end of the season talking about your reviews gonna be on Patreon from now on, girl? We ain't gonna see you for another year. The fuck? After the whole season over. Oh, now I'm gonna stop. Girl, you needed to stop anyway. The season over.
Season of marriage to medicine, because all us got our contracts. That's it. Yes, I got Quad. Yes, Quad is coming back. Yes, she coming back. She got a contract. I'm gonna put that out there. Bloggers, y'all got it. Yes, she coming back. I'm coming back. We got it. Yes, I got Quad. Yes, Quad.
Why you saying I got Quad? like if I hadn't went and talked to her, she wasn't gonna come back. So everybody signed their contracts. And then Quad said haven't signed anything. Okay, so Quad said, girl, I ain't signed shit. I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't signed shit. So we don't know what's true. Okay, earlier this week, Dr. Heavenly Kind spilled some maybe not so true tea during a live stream with popular TV producer Carlos King and media personality T.S. Madison while chatting with her friends about the craziness that was part of the reunion special for season 10. Dr. Heavenly said, we're going to see what goes down on the next season of Married to Medicine because all of us got our contract. She later added, I got Quad. Yes, Quad is coming back. Yes, she coming back. She got a contract. I'm going to go ahead and put that out there. That's what she said. So they said they're gonna fire her because she be spilling all the tea. They're not gonna fire her because at this point they realize that any mess that goes on social media aids in people watching the show. It's basically publication. It's media. It's commercial for the show. So as much as everybody thinks that the network can't stand Heavenly, that's not true at all. I don't think that the show would be as valuable if Heavenly wasn't willing to risk it all, except for her marriage. Risk it all.
He has gotten the script has been we've gotten off on like.
Listen, I can't stand all you niggas hemming and hawing and make me not believe nothing you're saying. Married to Medicine star Dr. Eugene speaks on being called sassy, says he should be allowed to speak up for his family.
If you're not in this mold that people think you're supposed to be in,
masculinity,
right?
Yeah.
Then you're either hyper masculine or you a sissy.
Sassy,
sassy, whatever, Eugenia, whatever, call it whatever. I don't really give it, I'm gonna buy him a dress. Like, okay, make it a nice one. Whatever. I know what I am, I know what I am and I know what I answer to, but I think there's different ways to be a man, like manhood isn't one singular thing, just like womanhood is not one singular thing, but this whole notion of women's business and that kind of thing, like if we were to rewind 30 years ago, the women wouldn't have had anything to say. We'd have just been man talk, and we would have squashed them and said, no, you all stay in your place. Don't say anything. But I think, society's kind of overcorrected and oversteered where now women are in this thing where we have a voice and we're supposed to be equal, but now we're trying to tear men down to not be able to have something to say. My thing with the show is, we're all here. We're all filming. We're all, have, if you're talking about my family, I should have something to say that's not, me being sassy. Like I'm speaking up either for my wife or my family or for myself. Like you don't get to talk about my family and I don't have an opinion. Just, like I just don't see why we're trying to silence a man's voice, because 30 years ago, we were trying to silence women's voice and we said that was wrong, and so it's equally wrong to silence my voice as well. So, I I don't really care about the sassy comments or the Eugenia comments.
But the thing about,
and here's the thing, Eugene, we can't really silence you. Listen, I like Eugene. I do feel like people try to feminize him because he does not show up the way y'all feel men are supposed to show up. I like Eugene. The times that Eugene has responded, I have felt that his responses were warranted. I have never really felt like Eugene was just being nasty towards a woman like Marceau Scott. Let me antagonize, gaslight the situation so that, I'm sorry, y'all, hold on.
Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you said, anywhere.
Okay, I'm back, y'all. TV just started playing something too damn loud and I had to go turn it off. Okay, back to what I was saying about Dr. Eugene. I like Dr. Eugene. I feel like I understand where he's coming from, but I do feel like please do not over exaggerate women trying to silence men, because essentially nobody's stopping you from saying anything. You can literally say whatever you want to say and nobody's going to do anything about it, Eugene. So please, they can call you whatever they want to call you, but they're going to call the women masculine and threaten to beat their ass if they don't shut up sometimes. It's not just 30 years ago. These things still are prevalent as we speak. Okay? But I do like Dr. Eugene. I understand where he's coming from. I do feel like he should be able to respond when people say shit to him. And that does not make him sassy. That does not make him a woman or, all of that shit that y'all like to do just because somebody wants to say, hey, you wrong, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Okay, he got to call you a bitch. But you know what I'm saying? You're wrong. Because I remember the whole Eugene thing happened because he was getting in Quad's ass. To be clear, Quad, you said that man's wife was cheating on him. You said they may have been responsible for a fucking robbery in the neighborhood. You said a lot that included Eugene. So once Eugene decided to speak up, that was very much in his right to do so. I like Eugene, y'all. I do. I don't have a problem with what he said. I feel like it is aggravating that y'all feel like men should just have to, stay out of women's business. Yeah, but no. Okay? No, we don't want to Marceau. But if you bring me up or if you say something that I don't like, I should be able to respond to your fucking ass. Like, because I'm one of them people, I can have a conversation and an argument with a man. I'm not about to pretend like I can fight you, but I'll have the back and forth with you. I will. I absolutely will, because I'm a grown-ass adult human being that can vocalize my own opinions, whether you like it or not. And the same goes for anybody else. Men can say whatever the fuck they want to say. They've been saying whatever the fuck they want to say. That's why they on the internet with all these microphones giving everybody high blood pressure now. Y'all online giving fucking Legion interviews so he can continue to lie to y'all from a broom closet. Men can literally say whatever the fuck they want to say, Eugene. And you can too. And them trying to make you less of a man and all of that. Look, people in the comments talking about your wife went on TV, said your dick was small. You ain't hitting it right. Stop referring to Quad and address the real issue. Child, girl, shut the fuck up. He is addressing the real issue. The real issue is not his dick size, if that's what you think it's about. That's not the real issue at all. I like Eugene. I'm going to say it again. He doesn't subscribe to toxic masculinity. Toya do not love him. Child, if you don't, How you gonna think, y'all? Listen, private account, of course. It's always a
I
private
think has
account.
gotten
People from private accounts say the craziest shit, right? Bitch then had 2 kids, stayed with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do y'all think Toya is staying with Eugene? She don't have to. She been on Married to Medicine for 10 seasons now. If at any point she wanted to divorce Eugene and go be single and just collect her check in a condo, she could have did that. Nobody's staying in these relationships like that if they don't love each other. Now, you know who I think stay in relationships and don't really love each other like that? Jackie, Simone. I don't think y'all like them niggas like that. But I always want to go to a bitch page that want to talk about somebody don't love somebody. How the fuck you know, bitch? How you know? How you know? Because y'all swear up and down these niggas love y'all and they treat y'all like y'all gum on the bottom of their motherfucking shoe. So how you know what love is, bitch? How you know what love look like? How you know? Mm-mm. And baby, the smaller demon eat women down. I'm not doing this with y'all. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all on this subject. That's all I got for y'all on Married to Medicine. So I gotta cook. I gotta work out. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to come back to y'all today or tomorrow because, as I told y'all, it's like my little anniversary or whatever. It's my anniversary week. All right. And so my husband is off. So that means if he off, I'm low key kind of off too. Okay. That's why you're working on my nerves. Anyway, so yeah, y'all. I might be back. I might not. But y'all make sure y'all following me on Instagram because on Instagram I be posting all my little shorts and stuff like that. So like the little video of Legion, I posted it on here too. But I try to post my shorts on here as well. But make sure y'all following me on Instagram. Follow my new Twitter, Blue Rose Bondy. Okay. All of the words are spelled correctly. All right. Blue, BLUE, Rose, ROSE, Bondy, BONDY. Why Bondy? Okay. I love you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I will see y'all in the next one. Okay. Okay. Thank you for the happy anniversaries and see y'all later.